Minsu sat in the bedroom by the study table, studying for her exams. After a few hours, she fell asleep. Sonjin walked in, stood beside her, and observed her, thinking about how peaceful and beautiful she looked while she was fast asleep. He moved closer and saw a piece of paper where she had written her goals, one of them being to have her own law firm after she graduated. He smiled, thinking about how ambitious and hard-working she was. As he tried to carry her to bed, Minsu slowly opened her eyes and looked at him, asking if he had been there for long. Sonjin told her he had just arrived. He pulled up the chair and told her to go to bed, as it was already late. He tucked her in bed and kissed her good night. He then grabbed the small piece of paper with her goals from her study desk, looked at it with a smile, and put it in his pocket before walking out. The following day in the evening, Sonjin waited for Minsu at her university. When she came along, he told her he wanted to take her somewhere before they went home. Minsu smiled, stating that he was always full of surprises. Sonjin looked at her and told her she should know him by now. He told her to relax, that she would see. They both got into the car and drove off. They arrived at a fancy corporate building, and Minsu looked at him, asking what exactly was going on. Sonjin told her to relax and that she would see. A beautiful young lady came along and introduced herself as a real estate agent. She looked at Sonjin and said it was good to see him again, then led them to a very beautiful office with a nice view. Sonjin looked at Minsu, who was confused about what was going on. He took her hand and told her that he knew how much she had always wanted to have her own law firm after graduation and that he had gotten the place for her. He added that after she graduated, she could immediately start her law firm, and he would help her register it. He looked at Minsu, hoping to see her excited, but her expression changed. He asked if she was okay and if she didn't like the place. Minsu told him she needed to use the restroom and walked out, leaving Sonjin standing there, wondering if he had done something wrong. As Minsu made her way to the restroom, she overheard two women gossiping about her. They were talking about how Sonjin basically did everything for her, and how he was now even planning to buy an office for her. They stated that it was obvious she was with him for the money, and that they felt sorry for Sonjin, who had only been married to her for a few months, but was already spending so much money. They added that they wouldn't be surprised if, later in life, she divorced him and took half of everything, calling her a typical gold digger. As soon as they noticed that Minsu was listening, they immediately felt embarrassed and walked out, leaving Minsu standing there, deeply hurt by the words they had just said about her. Outside, Sonjin waited for Minsu, wondering if she was okay. He thought about whether he had done something wrong. All he wanted was to make her happy and surprise her, but she didn't seem happy. When Minsu walked out of the restroom, he went to her and asked if she was okay. Concerned, he asked if she was feeling sick or something, but Minsu assured him that she was fine. She walked outside, and Sonjin followed her. Before she could get into the car, he asked what was going on and if he had done anything wrong. Minsu looked at him and told him he should stop getting her expensive things. Sonjin, confused, asked why she would say that, explaining that he was doing it because he loved her and that she was his wife. Minsu told him that sometimes she just wanted to earn things through her hard work, and that him getting her a law firm was undermining her determination and making her take shortcuts. She added that people were calling her a gold digger, which was not who she was. Sonjin tried to touch her, but Minsu stepped back and told him she wanted to go home because she was tired. They both got into the car and drove off in silence. Sonjin looked at her and noticed how upset she was, regretting what he had done without her consent. Later that night, Yuna sat in the garden, reading all the comments on her Instagram post with a smile. People were praising them, telling them they looked good together. As she sat there, all smiles, Woobin called her and she quickly answered. He asked to meet up with her and she immediately agreed. She ran to the house to get ready, making sure she looked good, knowing it was a date, and that Woobin wouldn't be calling her that late for nothing. Yuna made her way to the spot where she was meeting Wubin and saw him waiting for her. She quickly rushed to him, hugged him, and looked at him, telling him that he should have told her about the date in advance so she could have contributed to planning it. Wubin looked at her without saying a word. Yuna asked if he was okay. Wubin broke the silence, telling her she should take down the post she had made on Instagram. Yuna stood there, looking at him in disbelief. She had not expected him to say such a thing to her,